Uh-oh, sorry. Okay, is this bad? Sorry for the technical difficulty. Hopefully you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Ah, man. Happy Friday. Oh man, I am so sorry for that background noise. I could for some reason my computer audio would not work and I was talking and talking and talking. But I think you guys can see my screen or I'm gonna share it. So I am bootlegging audio on my cell phone, but visuals via my PC. So as you can see, LJ does do work behind the scenes. um, LJ volunteered me to come back with you today. And, I was thinking, I showed you these 4 money stages. And for the people that are driving, it's the same visual that I shared along with me, my dad, and CJ. So you can see that I'm hopefully you can see the pointer, but if you didn't watch that last session, there was a lot of gems in that. So read it. It's posted on YouTube. But for the people who have no idea what the 4 month stages are, before I go deeper into this topic, I'll start with the hot mess. And it's exactly what it sounds like. They're a hot mess with finances. Paycheck is gone before the bills are paid. Right? Paycheck to paycheck is just getting through that weekly grind, or maybe twice a week, weekly or once a month grind of just having enough income to maybe cover your basic expenses. And I think LJ and all of us want to go to ultimately the other side of the screen, which is the saver. So the saver is exactly what it is. You're paying the bills on time. You may even pay some bills earlier in advance. And ultimately, before you go to the last money phase, you must conquer being a saver. And once you really master that saver mindset and mentality, then and only then will I recommend you shift into the investor. So those are the 4 money stages that I wanted to go through quickly, because hopefully you've all took time to think about, what stage you are in currently and where you want to go. Because you can shift your path at any time to go wherever you want to go. So that's what I wanted to preface with the 4 money stages, and more importantly, what's next for you on your journey based on what you're comfortable with and what makes sense. So that was the quick setup. And, I'll start for myself, and I believe I'll invite other people. I'll post a StreamYard link. So if you guys want to come in and comment, if you looked at the first sessions and got comments or questions, I'll post that link so you can hop on because I don't want to just have me ramble to you all day. But I start with myself, and you guys don't even know that Monday will be my 40th birthday. So I'm going to be the big 4-0. And I'm the sort of woman that I don't really party a lot on my birthdays. I use my birthdays for a time of reflection, looking back on my path thus far, the challenges I faced, like the StreamYard session today. Um, Look back and just have a sense of gratitude and gratefulness for the people that helped me get to where I am. And more importantly, I look forward. I'll have a forward vision on, where will my path take me? And what challenges or fears do I have to work through to get to the other side? I do a lot of introspection and planning, and I journal. So I spent today just reading through this one journal. I only use it on my birthday, so I've been doing this since I was like 25. So it's really a look back on what I wrote, almost 15 years ago, and how, when I was worried about what I was scared about, what I wanted to do, and how it's evolved. So I'm telling you my story because I want you guys to take the time to think about where you want to go, right? And if you have any real estate questions, I'll take them, or I'll tell you I don't know. I just wanted to kind of reloop back on the 4 money stages and, kind of do a pull check on what did you think? Did you get it? Because Nicer had a good comment last night, and that was a late night. And Nicer, you said something that me and CJ literally about the morning, that same morning. And it was all about creating the environment for money to come with you. Do you have the right mindset? Do you have the right foundation to be a steward? So it will come to you. Money's fickle. Like, it tell if you're ready for it. It'll come to you, but it can leave you just as fast if you don't have that mindset, that energy. So Nicer, it was a really great comment that you said, because me and CJ was talking about the exact same thing. So now that I've gotten situated with this screen chat snafu, and thank you guys for being so patient with me as I work through these technical difficulties. And thanks, LJ. If I gave up, my dead prophet would have fussed at me. And he sends all of you guys the best of regards. He couldn't come join today, but he wanted me to tell you he was happy to have the honor to speak with you guys. And he wishes you all the best. I think CJ actually wants to come back the end of this month and kind of give you guys an update on his personals based on his path as well. So yeah, thanks, Nicer. Thanks for sticking with me and being patient. NC Briggs, there is no house party unless you want to come to my new house. There's no house party because I'm buying another rental property, hopefully later this month. So no house party this year. It's going to be cool in the cut. However, I will be popping bottles. I will be popping bottles with my neighbors, lives up the street. Later on this evening, actually, we're just going to sit on the deck and chill. Okay. So, like I said before, let me see if I kept this link here. Let me see. I'm going to put on the StreamYard link before I forget. Do it like this. See if you guys can see it. here in the WebEx because on my birthday, now this is my birthday gift from you guys. I like to get introspectives from other people on what they've learned the past year. So if you like this channel, and if you like LJ, I'm gonna guilt trip you guys for my birthday present. I'd like to know, your money sage path or some key thing that you've come to realize in the past year. Now, you don't have to hop on StreamYard per se, but I want to see some comments in YouTube because I can show you these 4 stages of money and talk about it. But it's not really about me. It's where you see yourself currently and having that vision span of where you want to be in the future. Okay. When I turn on my birthday or around the weekend around my birthday, I do a lot of vision planning. So remember, once you become a saver and investor, you thinking years and decades versus month to month or a year out at the longest. I will tell you, for me, I know this may sound crazy, but I have a plan for the next 35 years. Now, is it very detailed 35 years out? No. But the next 6 years, there are definitely milestones, specific things that I have planned out for the first till I'm 46. Okay. And then I have a key milestone at 50, 55, 70, and I keep a dream list of things I just want to do, right? Like bucket list, and some of those things are setting up a scholarship fund, helping others, having more time to grow vegetables in my garden, staying healthy, staying fit. I know we talk a lot about finances, but don't forget that you want to create that right environment to be able to handle wealth, and wealth is literally wealth. I see you guys commenting. Nicer. It's okay to be a hot mess. I don't think you're a hot mess, actually, but it's okay if you are. Some of my friends I've had for the longest time is a hot mess, and that's okay. When in that a 12-step program, the first step is admitting the problem, or I would say in this conversation, the current situation. And tricks I have learned and lived on 3. When I met Jay, I was a hot mess, and now I'm between 2 and 3. Yeah, life is nothing but transitions. Even though we don't shed skin like a snake, but reading my journal over the years, it's kind of, I've shed multiple skins over the years. So it's okay to be a hot mess, if that makes sense to you. And it's okay to, as your dreams change and as your needs change. Okay. Hit that like button, subscribe. Don't give LJ a thumbs down. You're not giving me a thumb down. You're giving LJ a thumbs down. So don't take my snafu and punish LJ for. But the YouTube algorithms, just like interactions, actually thumbs down help the algorithms anyway. There we go. But you guys I don't know if I scared most people off, or if I'm not LJ and you're not posting questions, that's fine. I'll just take over LJ Screams. Thank you, LJ, for my birthday gift. You didn't even know it was my birthday Monday. So I appreciate the opportunity to interact with the crowd again. And I'm surprised NC Briggs hasn't jumped on the Steam Yard to ask me questions, or at least tell me about more about his paths and where does he see his vision going. Oh, Amina. I see others now. Okay, here we go. Amina, you're between a 2 and a 3, a paycheck to paycheck and a saver, and that's okay. Life is an evolution and a path, and we each have our own road. So happy journey on your 2 to 3. I'm curious, Amina, was there anything that spurred you to move from a 2 to 3 that you think of, or is this just your natural progression? Or did you have a motivation to go from 2 to 3? I'm just curious about that. And NC Biggs is saying he learned how to lower your bills and moved his debt. And he thought he couldn't get worried I was until I was old and I'm close to being debt free. That's insightful, NC, because I'm looking back through my journal. I realized I placed limitations on myself that wasn't some outside entity. I just thought that I personally wasn't able, didn't know enough, wasn't smart enough, or didn't have the right to strive for a certain goal. And I think when I was around 33, I just made the decisions that I'm not going to place limitations on myself. And the past 7 years have been tremendous. So do not assume anything. You don't place limitations on yourself. You'll be amazed where you're going to go and see. I think the first thing on your path should be to your phone plan as my birthday gift. How about that? How about that? And see. And John, he is, so you're right on the verge of a saver and investor, Johnny. Me and you are really close. I think I'm like a 4.3. I'm like a baby investor. But past year, for me personally, Johnny, I crossed from 3 into 4. But I'm a baby 4. And I'm trying to settle into this new space of being an investor. But I will say, as an investor, it's awesome. And it's not that it's providing me more cash flow, income, because naturally that's going to be awesome. But looking back on it, for my first rental property I bought last year, I had the opportunity to pay and use other small business owner services to help me get this rental property up to speed. So, as an African American woman, I definitely wanted to give or invest and utilize resources within my own community by buying in my own community neighborhood. So this neighborhood is a historically Black neighborhood that is quickly getting gentrified. So quickly that my property management said my house has increased by 10%, and it hasn't even been a year yet. Even though I get a rent check, so appreciation is good. But at the end of the day, that's not like the cake. I want that cash flow, but it was just very powerful to enable and use and give money to other business owners that on my second house is a lot of those people that helped me with my first house, they'll be called back. So that's really what's awesome about being an investor is helping others, giving money to other business owners so they can support their families, right? So that's what was really impacting back on what I did this past year, as far as being a baby investor that I did not know that I was more, of course, going in here is all about making money. There's a lot of positive impacts. And the other positive impact was this house was a Section 8 house. And I was telling LJ that there was over 77 applicants that we sorted through to find the tenant I thought would make a good fit. So I took my time. And I picked this tenant. She is a CNA nurse, but she has 2 young girls. And my property manager, who actually is the buffer between me and the tenant, so I don't even go sign the lease. I review the lease, I review the tenant's application, and then the property manager does the closing where she collects the security deposit and signs the lease with the tenant and gives that tenant the keys. And my property manager called me back and she said that during the lease signing, that tenant was crying of tears of joy, I'm hoping. So that is definitely something that I'm really love to do as an investor, in addition to making money. So you can definitely have a win-win situation where you can benefit yourself financially, but have a positive impact with the people you touch and interact with and do business with, or the people who use your services. So that was something that I've come to realize this past year. I introspect. Thanks, Herbert. I appreciate your patience. I know it was a pain those first couple of minutes, so I do appreciate for having the patience and the tolerance to deal with me today. And it's good to see you, Herbert. Oh, nicer. Nicer. I don't know if that's a happy laugh, but I'm gonna assume so because it's my birthday weekend. That is. Amina. Okay. So, she 2 to 3, right? And I asked her like, what spurred Amina from go from a hot mess to a saver. So she's answering by saying, yes, I got fired and realized that I did not want to be there again, swiping my credit card to get by while job hunting for 3 months. She found LJ's channel and he woke you up. And that is so true. And I think that's why it took me a long time to become to go to the investor money stage, because once you're in number 3, which is a saver, once you build that emergency fund, you can feel better with life hits, and it's very comforting. It's kind of like a blanket of security because you're not at the mercy of anybody else but you. And I don't know about you, Amina, but not being able to steer your life is very scary. And I spent the past 12 years in the saver box, building it up, getting comfortable, having that security blanket, was very comforting. And I'm hoping that you'll feel the same way as you go from 2 to 3 to Nina. LJ is in his car. He's saying it's nice to drive and listen, hoping that you're enjoying. Hopefully you got good weather and you're having a nice, lovely drive. So be safe out there, buckle up, and enjoy your Friday. Johnny Blaze is saying, I need to invest in a business or additional real estate. Either way, you don't have to do either or. There's so many things you can do. And real estate is perceived to be a lot. You need a lot of money, so I'm not even gonna talk real estate right now, Johnny Blaze. I'm not sure if you guys remember. I mentioned this 19-year-old who started sewing masks, and she lives with her parents. So she already had a sewing machine. She got a free pattern off of the Google machine and set up an Etsy account, which is free. So think about it. She basically bought some elastic, thread, and cloth. And this girl is making bank. So you can invest at whatever level makes sense to you, in whatever path you mean. I actually was talking to my roofer. His name is Cowboy Jones Jr. And he is his real name because his dad is the original one, and he is also Cowboy. But anyway, he was talking about he is adding another income stream to his roof business, doing pressure washing, where he's buying a $900 pressure washer, which he said was top of the line. So you could probably get a cheaper one to start on, Craigslist, uh, Facebook Marketplace, or something like that. With that $900 pressure washer, Johnny, he's able to charge $3,000 a house. So his initial investment will pay off from just securing more. So just think about what you want to do, Johnny, as far as investing in a business or additional real estate, whatever makes sense to you. Thank you, Herbert. He is saying happy birthday, Cosmic. I do appreciate that. I'm happy indeed, and looking forward to the goal that I'm setting up, the people that I could help, the new house. Well, it's not a new house, but it's a house. It's a house that needs some repairs. But I'm looking forward to even that process of learning more about the rehab process. I'm doing more rehab with this second house. So I am facing that fear of doing more things. So looking forward to what next year will bring. Thanks, Amina. It is my birthday. Shell. Thank you. Shell is saying my ace is back live. Shell, I had technical difficulties earlier. But I made it work. So thank you. Oh, and NC, thank you. I see that you're on the screen, so I'm gonna add you right now. Let me see. I'm gonna unmute your mic. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
NC, what's up?
so many questions. So many questions, Cosmic.
You can't. Now, this is my screen. Don't be asking me questions for the next hour from now.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm happy. Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't have that many questions. I just was going to answer your in more detail. What I've learned in the last, actually, I think I saw LJ in probably November or August on O'Shea Du Jackson's page. Learned a little bit about him.
Mm-hmm.
And, I didn't watch him that much in the beginning, but I started watching him a lot more. And a lot of stuff made sense. And when he said he breaks down things a little bit further than Dave Ramsey, I was like, man, I don't know if you can make it simpler, but I want to listen, because I like simpler. I'm a simple-minded person. I need a simple-minded way to think. So it's like, let me get this. And then when he broke it down even more simpler than Dave Ramsey, I was like, okay, I understand. So I learned my first year, I think it was this is my first year. So far, I've learned how to save my money a little bit better, budget a little better. Not really conscious budgeting, but just like when I don't pay as much on all these bills, all my money's not going out all the time. It's not going to somebody else's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
It's staying in my pocket a little more. I learned the cell phone tip. I learned how to, get out of car payments, insurance. I just been constantly picking at it and learning things slowly through just, the Discord, bugging you guys, stuff like that. My current goal is I've already applied for a business licensing of a name, and I have and I'm yeah. I've already started that, and I'm also working on my own channel. But I kind of keep that in the background and stuff. But I'm just working on my own stuff, and then also still reading books, listening to the books about the books that you've given me, Cosmic, and because I got the audibles of at least Hold, and so just learning different things and continuously, trying to grow. So and that's pretty much
proud of
it.
you, NC. I'm proud of you, NC. And that's what it's all about.
There you go, sweetie.
Being on the path of learning things over time. You may not be able to take on everything you want to know all at once, but you can kind of space it out and have some focus. And once you feel like you've got a good handle on that, you can move on to something else. So
right. You
still need to put me on the phone plan. It's my birthday, NC. It's my birthday.
Look, I keep telling you that.
Put me on that phone plan. Biggs plan.
Yeah, that phone plan got canceled. I keep telling you. You know my phone bill now. My phone bill with that guy on it was $300, $350, $320, something. So I was paying that monthly, and that's a used car. That's a used car because I used to work car dealerships. It's definitely close to a used car.
Biggs.
Yes.
Biggs. Do not say only $250 because that will be the holding cost per month of this house I'm buying. You was letting that man stay in the house. One of my houses. So that's when you say $250. I was like, all right, that's my house.
$250. It wasn't. I don't mean only. I mean, I'm saying like it was. Okay. It's far. I'm saying what I'm paying now is far less. It's like $92. $92 a month I'm paying on cell phone, and versus what I was paying before, which is that's a huge difference in money going out. Just that alone, and then of course my insurance is only $60 a month, or if I pay it all at once, it's like $360 or something like that. Something like that. Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So I just been cutting things down. But
that's over $300. That's the mortgage on my first rental property. So you were giving away 2 houses, NC. You were giving away both of my houses. So that's why I'm saying you got that house money. Might as well put me on the phone plan. So I just want people to realize. I heard he saved over $300 on his health insurance, and he was glad his friend on his phone plan for $250.
What was $300? It was $300 on my
total expenses.
$300 every 6 months. It's $300 every 6 months.
My third house, I'll just slide that on you. You got that house money, see? I'm just slide that on you since the phone plan is canceled. I upgraded. I want a house now.
Now you want a house? You don't upgrade it to the house? Like,
hey, you burning $250, $300. So I'm like, that could be a third house for me. That could be my next birthday gift. When I turn 41. But I would say over the year, what was the one thing that if you look back on everything that you did this year, what is the one thing you're like, man, I am so happy I took this one step towards this action. Like just the fact that you took a step forward and you kept walking.
I would have to say just paying the initial money to LJ, because I thought like I really thought that just he was gonna give me this advice, and then when the way he does the schematics and stuff, it's just he just has like a nice spreadsheet and everything well written out and everything very professional. I didn't expect that. I was expecting more like, oh, he's just gonna tell me what to do, and then I'm just gonna go out here and do it. But he kind of told me, but he also told me in a sightseeing type way. So that was the biggest step, because I was fighting doing LJ's plan. Like I was like, I got to get my stuff together before I go to LJ.
Really?
Yeah, I was fighting it. I was trying to do a few things before I got with LJ, and I was like, okay, I can get this done, I can get that done. If I just do those things, I'll be good. You know, I just want to clean this one thing up first before LJ sees it. You know, I don't want him to see, because Kevin, you didn't live in that world, though you probably seen people. A lot of people don't really feel comfortable letting everybody see all the bad things. They're like, I made a lot of stupid decisions and didn't realize how that everybody else was. I was trying to fix things before I got seen. So the biggest step for me was talking to LJ, actually investing that money. And I gotta say, like I said before, he saved me like hundreds, not if not thousands of dollars a month just doing his plan. I find it ridiculous if people don't want to try it out. At least just try it. Right? If you listen to him,
I like LJ. I really like LJ. We may have disagreements, but over time, I'll disagree with anybody if I spend enough time with you. And I remember, you asked me, Candace, what are you doing here? You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
I love LJ's approach because he has a talent of breaking down things that I would think is easy, and he breaks it down to a totally way that anybody can understand his message. So that's why I'm around, because I really appreciate LJ for what he's doing, because I like helping people. So when I saw what LJ is doing, I'm here to motivate, congratulate, sometimes fuss, but I do it all in love with you guys, because I like seeing people win. I can't be the only people winning around. That's no fight. So that's why I like LJ, and why I'm still here and running this stream, because that's how much I believe in what he's providing to you guys. And he's gonna he's gonna make you guys the best ever. And it's like you have to be a saver before being an investor. So me and LJ totally agree on mastering the money that you have now and creating an environment for money to come to you, as Nicer said last night. And one thing, for you guys, if you haven't seen my interview and you're wondering who is this woman talking and who is Cosmic Wisdom, LJ interviewed me a while ago, and where I told my story, so you can watch that stream. And what NC Biggs is saying is that I did not grow up with the typical debt of like student loans and car notes. I've never had a car note ever. So, but don't get it twisted. I know plenty of people, including family members like my cousin, some aunts, they have typical, normal, quote unquote, money patterns where you can get in a lot of debt. So I'm very familiar of debt speak and non-debt speak, NC, because I straddle both worlds. And don't feel bad about messing up. Your biggest lessons are from your mistakes. If you can just acknowledge what they are and learn from it. So don't feel bad, don't feel ashamed. It can truly be a gift if you can learn and grow and move on to it. So thank you for sharing your story.
No problem.
You got anything else to say to the room, NC Big, about the 4 money stages? What do you think about this? What do you think about the 4 money?
Well, you already know what I think about it. I tried to cop that from you a little while ago.
This is gonna be my book once I get my houses, and see when I turn 50, I'm gonna use this to write a book from it. This is my intellectual property.
I was trying to get I was like, hey, can you give me a picture of that so I can like put that on my wall? I wanted to put that on my wall, like just look at it, like, oh man, I was in hot mess.
Hit me up. Hit me up on Discord. I'll give you a recap if you want me to coach.
Yeah, I got that. The 4 stages. I think this is a really good outline of what people need to see, and it helps out a lot of people, because when you got people need to see different aspects of where they are and look at it. I mean, you have to be honest with yourself, of course, but the only person you're lying to is the person in the mirror when you're looking at this schematic. It's well written, well drawn out, and it doesn't and your the way it's written, it's not saying like you can't get to the others. It's just saying that you need to look at yourself and figure out where you are going. Are you going to try to get out of hot mess? Are you going to live in hot mess for the rest of your life? Are you going to live paycheck to paycheck all the rest of your life? And it gives a small hint of like what you need to do to get out of each stage. Okay, well, you don't hot mess. They don't pay their bills on time. They don't do their stuff. They don't have any kind of money. They're not looking into, they don't know much about savings or minus debt. They don't know anything about that. Maybe they should stop things. Now you're schematic, and I like how it was said. So I think you're doing a good job. So, but I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna let you get back to this. I just wanted to get on the string. I didn't say anything before. I was getting food, so I'll let you go.
No, that's cool. You guys can still hear me? My cousin's calling me on my birthday weekend, and I hope that incoming call did not mess up my connection. So can you guys still hear me? One, if you still can. Uh-oh. All right, good. I'm getting paranoid because the technical difficulties. I'm on my phone. People are trying to call, give me birthday, and it kind of stops the StreamYard. I noticed it's a little delay. So my apologies about that. Let me go through. Hey, Hyphy. And Hyphy says, I believe we all have the desire and potential to be force. We just need proper knowledge, understanding, and application to succeed. And you are indeed correct. So for the people who are driving and listening, remember number 4 is the investor age. I had the desire watching my dad my whole life, but I had a fear because I knew what that responsibility was, and I think, like I had to grow into being comfortable with that. And I realized my potential to be number 4. And you can always seek out people to build knowledge. You can do research, read books, listen to podcasts. I would just say when you hear terms in these podcasts, make sure you do your own research. Read multiple sources and see are they saying the same thing to make sure you truly understand. So then you can do the application to succeed. And if you had a keyword of application, it's executing. So you can read, study. But at some point you have to execute. And sometimes it may take a year, 2 or 3 to ramp up to go into your. But I do believe in having that vision and moving forward. You may humble, but stay on your path as long as it makes sense. Okay. And Johnny, it's hopping. Hold on. Shell is saying, what's up, LJ? LJ is on, I think he's taking a drive. I'm sure LJ is doing good and enjoying some sun and scenic driving on a Friday afternoon. All right, Clark. Thank you. Thanks. It's my birthday for the guys who's just popped in, so I appreciate, or it will be Monday, but I'm gonna start celebrating the day. Joe, thank you. He's wishing me happy birthday wishes. Oh, and LJ is in the chat. Okay. I hope you're not texting and driving. But I see LJ is saying what's up to you, Shell. So Joe is saying he's between 2 and 3, which is he's between paycheck to paycheck and saver. So LJ and Hyphy helped open his eyes and stop the damage he was doing to himself financially. And nothing wrong with that. You're going towards that transition. Um, you know, when you think of your finances, think about not only money, but what do you want to do with your life? If you had more time, would you, take more walks? Would you pick up a new habit? Would you help more people? Because you're going to need that vision to keep you moving forward as you go from a paycheck to paycheck to saving. And congratulations. High feels awesome with his folks. You're in good hands with LJ and Hyphy. Thanks, LJ, for the birthday wishes. He's wishing me happy birthday. Oh, oh, Nicer pulled up the old YouTube link. So if you're curious of who is this voice, LJ did not get a throat box transplant. I'm Cosmic. So Nicer put up my initial interview, which I did with LJ a while ago, telling you a little bit more about who I am and how did we meet. Oh, so yeah. And yes, please subscribe and hit that like button. You never know who may be on the live screen. So please support LJ's channel for all you guys that's hopping in. So I just want to share with you guys once again to re-loop back and re-show the money stages. And I would encourage all of you guys to reflect on your journey thus far and think about all of the things that you did, those big life shifts. And don't forget that forward focus, because there's been so much stuff going on, from pandemics to killer wasps to protesting to social injustice to all sorts of things. And we can easily get distracted with what's going on in this world that we really cannot control. So don't lose track of your vision and the steps you can take to move yourself forward. So that's all I wanted to say with that. Oh, and LJ did post the number of 595 for the first show. And Joseph, you posted your why. So to help more people and buy more land for farming and making products that have health benefits for people. And that is a very worthy goal. My tomatoes that I'm growing, I'm gonna have to get some shade cloths because they're getting too much sun. So I was babying my little plants, and I really enjoy that. So at some point in time, I'm going to get out of container gardening since I live in the city and I don't really have a yard. At one point in time, maybe I'll turn one of these rentals, because I like the mall. I would live in the mall. I would live in each neighborhood. Maybe at some point, they all have yards. At some point, maybe I won't do a grand scale like you do, but I'll have my own little personal farm. I do love helping people. And I'm excited with this second house because there's a lot of opportunities that they're providing people in the neighborhood, but I'm not sure how many people even know what's being offered. So for an example, this house that I'm trying to buy this month at some point is in another historically Black neighborhood, and once again they're gentrifying that area. They are building so much new stuff that they're offering people in this neighborhood up to $25,000 to do roof repairs, replace windows, doors, landscaping, house painting, because they don't want all of this brand new stuff around rundown houses. So they are offering a loan at 3% over 5 years to to have them repairs, but if they live in that house 5 years after they do the renovations, they will forgive and refund the money. So this neighborhood is very close knit. People don't leave. There's generations of families in this area. And I looked, when I heard of this, I was in a meeting. There was only 20 people in the room. So I want to make it my goal to go down the street and make sure that every homeowner knows of that opportunity, so they can decide if they want to use that or not. I also want to educate the elderly people with all the new stuff that they're building in this neighborhood. Property values will rise. The county auditor who sets property taxes for my county came to our real estate investment group probably, I would say, in February, and told all the investors that our property taxes will rise next year. So it's already baked in. And a lot of seniors, you can get a dramatically reduced property tax reduction using Homestead. And Homestead is in every state. If you are over 65 or nosy to see what you could get after 65, you can put in your state and Homestead property tax. Not a lot of people, especially in the Black community, even knows that exists. So that's another thing that I'll making sure that this community understands, so they can leverage that opportunity if it makes sense to them. So congratulations, Joe, on your journey from paycheck to a saver. And I definitely want to get some of that harvest once you get that land for the farm. And I would be interested, you'll be growing to be that I could utilize to benefit my health. So I'll be cheering for you on your journey. Yeah. And it's all about helping each other be better. Because at the end of the day, if you're the only one doing good, what's the point when everybody is suffering? So I would agree with that, LJ. Oh, and Hyphy is saying SMD is here to uplift one another in achieving their financial goals. Being forced, here we lay the base glad to get the financial perspective of Miss Wisdom. Miss Wisdom is on her journey of gaining more wisdom. So more importantly, I can share to others what makes sense, right? And I learn just as much insights from hearing your stories. So it's not a one-way street. You guys always gives me different perspectives that I'm learning just as much from you guys. Joe Brown, you're helping people dreams get closer to reality. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So I appreciate LJ, and I appreciate everybody that's especially today tolerating me with my screen. Oh, thank you. He's saying thank you, Cosmic, and I am just saying it right back to you. Thank you, Joe. And Nicer mentioned that she's heard of homesteading. She said, I've seen a few comments about homesteading on other channels. I think that would be a good topic here. Yeah. Yes, it is. It varies by state. It's usually at 65 because it's for the whole purpose of homesteading is the government's acknowledgement that a lot of people at 65 are on Social Security and they're on a fixed income. But a lot of our elderly people live in communities where they're going through gentrification. In order to combat that gentrification, which raises property taxes, they offer homesteading to keep elderly property taxes lower So hopefully they can stay in the house and within that community as they age. So some states have different flavors of that. It's not one size fits all. If you are on disability, I know in Alabama they pay zero property taxes, zero. Some states, you can move house to house, and the homesteading will stay with you. So it doesn't matter if you move or stay, you get that benefit indefinitely. But yes, I do agree that setting is a topic that I think more people, especially our elderly, needs to know. For example, this house that I'm buying into, and I was telling LJ this, it's $18,000. It doesn't sound like it's in a good area at all, but it's within 1 mile of this house. You have 5 hospitals, you have a university, you have a $5 billion medical innovation complex being built. That's with a B. 2 miles out, you have access to both major highways that run through the city, and you are 15 minutes from being downtown. And you have a big backyard with woods to walk out to. So this area, because of the location and things around it, they're building 20 new homes one street over from this $18,000 house, starting at $300,000. So imagine if you are an elderly person that's been in this community, what is the impact of all these hundreds of millions and billions of dollars that's flooding in? They started putting money into this neighborhood last year. So I encourage all of you guys, if you have any elderly that you care about, research homesteading. Each state has a state website that breaks down those details because it varies. The benefits vary by market. And LJ is saying, I want us all to be happy, healthy, and rich. Amen. Amen to that. So it is 5 o'clock. If you guys have any more comments, keep them coming. Otherwise, as Ellie says on his Sunday screen, I'll go as long as you go. But I'm just wanted to drop in and give you some perspectives as I turn the big 4-0, and hopefully you have your own insights that you can plan out and put forward on your path. And I am sorry, people. If I'm going in and out, that's because I guess since it's Friday, people are texting me. So hopefully you guys still hear me as I'm still here with you guys. Yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I want us all to be happy, healthy, and wealthy. And yes, if you guys hit that like button and show LJ and the SMD family some love, that would be helpful. So please hit that like button. And I'm over here charging my phone so I can make sure that the audio won't drop. So, but I just wanted to share some introspectives. Yeah, homesteading is one of the most beneficial but yet untalked things about real estate that I think most people don't know, but I definitely want to educate the communities that I invest in, things that can help them stay as well. No, they are blowing on the phone. I mean, they're just sending happy birthday texts. They're like, you want to go out, blah, blah, blah. So sorry, I did not realize that I would have that many phone calls. But with that being said, if you guys have any questions about the 4 money stages, real estate, or you just want to bug me like NC Biggs, feel free to hit me up on the Discord server where me, Hyphy, Nicer, Jules, Johns, a whole host of us, and some D family members talk a variety of topics. I wish you a happy, safe Friday, and I am going to officially start my birthday celebrations. And I'll be lurking around on any of the live chats that LJ does maybe this weekend. Um, as he, if he so do choose to do one, you'll see me lurking in the background. But with that, I'm gonna wish you all a good day until we meet again. See ya. Happy Friday.